Everyone envies you for having a national goddess at your table, but instead of taking care of people and kept her at arm's length, this can make the national sister Yang Xiaowo immediately dazed. Who is Yang Xiaowo? Acting at age 7, young adulthood, has been a regular on the big screen, is a recognized national sister. Yang Xiaowo doesn't understand. What's wrong with you yourself? Just because in a past life you gave up your studies for the sake of a star dream. Tried blue, in the end, it can only be a plaything for capital. Let's do it again. Now, you swore to study hard. Never touch the quagmire of the entertainment industry again. But just when you want to study hard, the head teacher stepped on the bell and came in. The classmates were quiet. I'll tell you something. Variety when you're young. Tomorrow will officially start in our class. At that time, 7-star trainees will come to our class to report. Conduct a semester-long study plan. You listen to the faint cheers around you, feeling numbness on the scalp. The class teacher snorted coldly, and I emphasized, whoever's around, with or without cameras, all give me a good study. Be a good student. Your category is only real if you study hard. I don't care what variety show or star he is, since it can't be avoided. Then you can just ignore it. You just have to hide in the corner. Sure enough, the next day, a few photographers walk into the classroom, find a shooting location individually. As the shoot begins, a tall girl enters the classroom, aroused a cry of alarm. The original bloated school uniform was very catching on her, and even become a plus. Gives him a feeling of youthfulness. Hello everyone, my name is Wen Shihan. Nice to meet you all. I like folk dancing. Interested students can communicate with me. Thunderclap. You applaud. Continue memorizing words. When Shihan took a casual seat and sat down, then came some awkward Mandarin. I am from Cherry Blossom, Cherry Blossom. I hope to be friends with everyone. Sakura looked shy. After introducing myself, I sat next to Wen Shihan. Wood has something. You can actually invite foreigners. Then, I walked into a boy who was dressed in a very trendy outfit. Hello fellow students, I am Feng Yuang. Next month I will be releasing singles across all platforms. I hope everyone supports you. Look at the square of his eyes. He really is a pretty standard handsome guy. A gray hair line, the whole person's temperament is quite good. Just a little bit worse than myself. No, wait, white hair. You quickly scan the class teacher. Kao Yunbin, perceiving the murderous intent revealed by the smiling tiger's eyes. High school student hair dye. Don't die. Feels like a poisonous prick. Forget it, it's none of your business. Let the class teacher put it in the file. 6 people, two together at the same table. In the end, there is only Yang Xiaowo who is still standing on the side. Looks like the creek did it all by itself. Director Hung Lei is not satisfied with such an arrangement. Yang Xiaowo is a recognized national sister, but wherever she can be at the same table with someone else. What's that? That's CP. What's more out of circle than kicking CP these days? The creek doesn't really care much about these things. Generously walked to the podium. Hello, I'm Yang Xiaowo. Maybe some of you have seen me before. I hope to become good friends with your fellow countrymen. Students laughed and applauded. I looked around carefully, but now it looks like I don't seem to have a table anymore. Actually, I delayed a lot of homework. I wish I had a good desk to teach me. After speaking, turn your head and look at the director. Director, can I get a table with you? Please, please. Red Island looks the same. Celebrities looking for amateurs at the same table. This doesn't seem to be quite up to the rules, does it? But the other little girl took the initiative to bring it up. He's also not very good at refusing in person. Teacher Kao, what do you think? Hung Lei decided to put the puzzle. It's no problem to dump it on this class teacher. Zhao walks in, pick and choose. Want to pick a good study? I can recommend a few. Small new eyes penetrate everyone. Looking at you who's bowing your head and memorizing words. Next to it, Xiao Wu smiled gently. Raise your hand with a finger. No recommendation needed. I see that the classmate has been bowing his head to study. It must be a very serious student. Can I sit at the same table with him? The whole class looks at you like a brush. You were still memorizing words. Suddenly feel cold on the back. Suddenly there was a chill. Subconsciously raised his head, shocked and wide-eyed. No? Why are you all looking at me? The red peach's eyes lit up in an instant. Nice seedlings. Unexpectedly, there's still a Wolong hidden in this class. You look at Zhao, point your fingers at yourself. That makes sense. No, I just want to study hard. Please, don't take me on a variety show. Cao Yanbing gave you a white look, said towards Zhao Xin. Not afraid of your jokes. Little Shin, this kid can't learn. You look at Cao with glowing eyes. Yeah, go ahead. It is best to let Yin Shaoxin dispel this idea. Brother's learning career depends on you. At this time, the director suddenly spoke, and I thought it was very good. After all, learning well can also promote each other. Little new blink eyes. Seems to be an expression of identity. He really isn't making up his mind temporarily. While I was waiting, Zhao Xin noticed this guy with a different language. Seems very uninterested in the stars. And I really like to learn. If you want to select the same table, he should be the best choice. Head teacher Lao Kao nodded. Well, let's just say I'm looking at you. Koizumi, you brat. Give me a hard study. Don't delay people. Xiao Wu, you suddenly feel that your sky is about to collapse. When you make a decision, do you really not consider asking your own wishes? I just want to study quietly. Accompany the celebrity to study, or accompany the national sister to study. This kind of thing is too dangerous, right? While you're still thinking, but suddenly there was a voice around me. Hello, I'm Yang Zhao. You nod your head in greeting, and quickly pull 20 centimeters away from the stream. Does the girl frown? Do I smell like a fox? No, I'm afraid I do. Looking at you hiding far away. The creek doesn't understand. What's wrong with you, yourself? Yang Chao leans towards you. What's your name again? Little Chen Li buys. Little econs. You move to the right again. The right hand hangs straight into the air. You turn around and look at it. There's nowhere to hide. But Chao looked curious. Li bai. Who is that? Nothing. Just pretend I didn't say it. Creek looks at you awkwardly. The birth has retreated back. You're relieved. That's what's right. Then he glanced at the camera not far from his eyes. Shrink your head in preparation for class. Creek, take out the book. Sighs. It's a math class. My math is not very good. Glanced at the same table with only the back of the head exposed under the left arm. He rolled his eyes. Am I ugly? Xiaowo thinks she's still a pretty girl. At this point, the math teacher enters the classroom. I looked at the cameras in the classroom. Immediately want to have a little show effect. Math teacher claps her hands. We randomly asked a few classmates. What are the methods for finding the 0 point of a function? Answer all the known classmates. Sakurame stood up with a dazed face. Embarrassed, he scratched his head. When Shihan whispered and began to speak next to him. Algebraic geometric conversion. You're sitting right behind them. See the two people's small movements clearly. Looks like this star high school student. It's no different than an ordinary high school student. What is this intense sense of sight? The teacher took the lead and clapped her hands. That's a good answer. Next question. How to determine the 0 point of a quadratic function? The math teacher just finished talking. You find yourself bowing your head at your new table. Suddenly, the math teacher's voice passed. Come to Yuan Xiaowo. Answer it. Nishi stood up. I just feel like my head is empty. It's the same table. Save it. Look at people at the same table. Zhao, she subconsciously glanced at you, only to find that you quietly moved a little farther away from Mimi. Zhao, she said with some embarrassment. I'm sorry about that. Teacher, I forgot. Zhao, she sat down in embarrassment, viciously stared at you. You feel the malice of being at the same table. That in my heart is called a bitterness. It's really not that I don't help you. Didn't you see it? As soon as you stand up, then the camera will focus directly on the hook. How dare I spread the word? After class, Xiaoho pulled your sleeve. The look in your eyes was very suspicious. Ask if you're scared of me. You shake your head helplessly, pointed to a few fixed positions. Actually, it's not because of you. I'm more afraid of the camera. The teacher said his whole body would twitch if he wasn't photographed. Mouth biting foam. Fall into the ground. Sudden cardiac arrest syndrome. Carefully whiten your eyes. You're the one with the ghost. Said and took out a small cup and took a sip of water. You're not going to be my black fan, are you? You also tried to... You really shouldn't say that. I am your black powder. You better stay away from me. Don't let me catch the dirt. After speaking, he turned around and ran away. The Creek was stunned. At this time, when Shihan sat on the side of the stream, Creek, what's going on at your table? I turned my head just now. He just shrinks back. Creek shakes its head. Who knows? 30 centimeters away from me in class. I don't know. I thought I was playing big, bullying ordinary classmates. You sneak up on two female stars, saying and laughing, and look at the photographers around them. Sighs. Fortunately, I was able to run fast. Behind you, Li Shangfang patted you on the shoulder, asked Dao's brother Quan with a look of envy. What does it feel like to be at the same table with Yin Xiao beside him? Immediately, pain appeared on the face of the head. It's painful. It's quite painful. Lu Shangfeng looked disdainful. Think of your words as Versailles. You go back to your seat. When I went up, I found the stream surprisingly quiet. In the next few lessons, you will feel at ease. I just feel like I've learned a lot of new things. After class, when Shihan came to the Creek with a Chenya, came up to her ear and said, "Oh Chen, this guy really doesn't seem to be pretending." Creek nodded. The tone is 3 points irritated. I thought it was my problem. When Shihan looked at the Creek with a peculiar look, the latter's face turned red. I didn't let him pay attention to my thoughts. When Shihan suddenly laughed, the streamy scene red-faced, red-eared. A few people just poke fun at each other like this. You're listening, shaking your head straight. When I said that you were talking about me behind my back, can you carry me? Discussion begins after class. If you don't betray the person, forget. It's getting louder and louder. Dogs have to shake their heads when they hear it. When Shihan is a little embarrassed, but still curious to ask you about this classmate. I don't think you're interested in variety. I don't know what you have in mind. Have you looked around and noticed? When the photographer looks over here, just to be sure, you're all child stars, right? I am still a student. My advice is to learn less under the camera. When Shihan was shocked, what nonsense are you talking about? You're not in a hurry to say you want me to say it. It's best to have a little salty fish in front of the screen. In case you don't pass the exam, it's unexpected. If I'm good, I'm good. Then he said very seriously, is the muffled sound rich and inconvenient? Try it quietly. If you lose, pretend you haven't done it. The brook spat out its tongue. How do you know that? I don't think you care about stars either. I am exceptionally talented. When Shihan glanced at you, come on, the two of you haven't finished talking yet. I'll run away first. No other photographer has arrived. Shoot for a few days down. You feel like you've adapted to the environment. At this time, Xiaozi put the book in the middle of the two people. Finger up on a physics question. Go. Help me take a look at this question. You lean over and take a look. This question is a bit troublesome. The two men's heads came together. Watching the subject in front of you fall into deep contemplation, you suddenly seem to have something on your mind. Wait. You look up and you see the camera in front of you. Instant tingling of the scalp. Damn it, I was still photographed. You quickly retract your head. Move to the right with the trend. Well, I'll think about it first. Take a look at the other questions first, huh? Or ask someone else. Xiao was extremely depressed. Why is this person like this? Suddenly close and far away. Is he fishing for himself? Unbeknownst to me. At this time, you are constantly brainwashing yourself. Study hard. Away from the entertainment scene, looking at the little Saido who is making up photos on the side. His words were not listened to at all. Then I thought about the physics at an angle. Party A has previously Party A in the future. All I can say is that two cars play with real flowers. After school English. Class teacher Lao Kao announces a big event. Afternoon music class. An opportunity to showcase your talents with the Celebrity Academy. Then I glanced at everyone. Recently, someone took advantage of the muddy waters of various arts to catch fish. Taking pictures of stars with a mobile phone. Don't let me find out. You watch with interest. After school, Zhao said as she packed a school bag. I said your class teacher is a little scary. You picked up your school bag and laughed badly. As far as I know. He's your dad's fan. Make it your way. I bet he has a fan filter that won't do anything to you. Zhao White. You look at the ghost to believe you. You don't care. Instead, ask what talent you have. Creek smiled mysteriously. Guess what? You gave him a sneak peek. After saying his farewell, he quickly left the classroom. The Creek stomped angrily in place. Why are there people who owe so much? The Creek waved its fist. Be sure to surprise this guy in the afternoon. End of lunch break. You just returned to your seat. I saw the brook coming with a guitar on its back. Just got into position. Sit down. You immediately leaned up and complimented me. At the same table, Xiaoxin Aojiao nodded. Or look at who I am. You look at Xiaoxin with a proud face. In the end, it is still a child. So unflattering. And saw the guitar in his bag. Suddenly, I felt like a guitar addict. Little Hillary immediately noticed your gaze. Somewhat curiously asks if you can play. You're scratching your head a little bit mentally. No, I'm an idiot. Zhao, she secretly rejoiced in his heart. Hello, I'll scare you to death later. Soon it was music class. You wouldn't expect a music teacher like this. Unexpectedly cheeky leather with a stool. Sit next to you. It's like being aware of your gaze. Turn your head to your side. Look at me for what? Watch the show. Your accusatory retracted gaze. Looking at Xiaoxi on the stage. He's playing a song. Never heard of it. But look, you're feeling wrong. Looks like a guitar problem. Soon the song will be over. When Jahua returned to her seat, you immediately complimented me and played well, said, and scanned the guitar in the girl's hand. Do you want to tell him about the guitar problem? This idiot is pretty good to himself. You shouldn't be able to find out if you don't say it yourself. At this time, Xiao said that the bullet was actually okay. Let me tell you something, huh? Actually, what I'm better at is the piano, but it's not very easy to play in class. Also, I haven't even finished my little thank you note yet. I saw you. Show him the undisputed back of the head. Isn't this person a turtle?